Hi, welcome to Chapter 1, Section 11. Our last section of the chapter. We are solving equations today using multiplication and division. Last time when we talked, you had a number either added to or subtracted from your variable. Today we've got them either multiplied with or divided by your variable. So we need to know what that looks like and how to deal with it, remembering that we just do the opposite. It's okay. So, if there's a number multiplied to or divided by your variable, you're going to do the opposite to get rid of it and get the variable all by itself. So, for example, x divided by 7. This is the divided sign, okay? It's a fraction. It's the same thing. This is how you learn to speak algebra. So, x divided by 7 equals 20. If I have a 7 divided from my x, I have to do the opposite. And what that looks like is we're going to multiply it by 7. Which is really, in a fraction world, 7 over 1, right? 7 over 1. And now these cancel out, and now you have x over 1, which is really x. Does that make sense? But we have to multiply this side by 7 too. So now so these are gone, and now I have x equals, and 20 times 7 is 140. Now I'm going to go back and check it. And remember, I don't want you to hurt yourself, but I want you to look at it. 140 divided by 7, well, 14 divided by 7 is 2. So 140 divided by 7 makes sense that it's 20. All right, here we have 240 equals 4 times z. I have a 4 multiplied to my z. I need to get rid of it. How do you get rid of a 4 multiplied to your z? You do the opposite. You're going to divide by 4. And you're going to divide this side by 4 too. Now, 4 divided by 4 is 1, so these cancel out. And all I'm left with is z equals... And 240 divided by 4, well, 24 divided by 4 is 6 with a 0. So now let's see if this makes sense. 240 equals about 4 times 60. Yeah, that makes sense. 6 times b equals 96. I have a b multiplied to my 6. In order to get rid of it, I need to divide by 6. So that this cancels out and I have b all by itself. Well, in order to, if I'm going to divide by 6 on this side, I have to divide by 6 on this side. Oh my gosh, some math is actually required. Now watch, because this is really hard. Ooh. My goodness. That even hurt. 6 times 16 is 96. That makes sense. H divided by 2 equals 13. I have my variable divided by 2, so I have to multiply by 2, or 2 over 1, or however you want to do it. And I have to multiply this side by 2 as well, so that I've done the same thing on both sides. These two cross cancel, so that I end up with H equals, and 13 times 2 is 26. And then you look back and you say, okay, 26 divided by 2 is about 13. Okay, that makes sense. So you're checking your answers as you go to make sure that it's reasonable. Okay? Now, if the fraction part of this is messing you up, please come and talk to me about this. I don't want you to be messed up. Please understand fractions and division are actually the same thing. When you say 1/2, that's saying 1 divided by 2. So you take 1 and you divide it into 2, and look, it's half. Okay? This is a division sign. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Your turn. All right, here's 4 more. 2 multiplication, 2 division. Let's see how you do. Okay? So, push pause, write these down, come back when you're done. All right. Blah. My nose itches. All right. I have my S is divided by 77, so I have to multiply by 77 to get rid of this. Then I have to multiply this by 77. Well, that's a pain in the neck. That's 787 equals S. Because I can do math in my head. That's pretty cool. All right. 77 and 77. No, it's not right. That's not right. It's 77 and 77, 7, 14, 847. S equals 847. There you go. B divided by 25 equals 9. I have a 25 divided from my variable in order to get rid of that. Now you see how this is the same idea as this, but it's written differently. It's still division. I still have to multiply this side by 25 to get rid of that, which means I have to multiply this side by 25 because it's an equal sign. When I multiply by this, these both go away. So now I've got B. And 9 times 25 is 225. 132 equals 8 times x. I have an 8 multiplied to my x. How do I get rid of a multiply? I'm going to divide by 8. I'm going to divide by 8. So these two go away and I have x equals, and 132 divided by 8 uh-oh. 132 doesn't work. 52, 54, 56. Let's make that 136. Because now it magically works. 17. Fantastic. I apologize if I confused you. Sorry about that. Number 4. 3c equals 96. I have a 3 multiplied to my c. How do I get rid of that? I'm going to divide by 3. I'm going to divide by 3. Now these two go away, and I have c equals... I didn't write my 17 there. Okay, 93. No, 96. Sorry. 96. 3 goes into 9 3 times. 3 goes into 6 2 times. C equals 32. How'd you do? Except for this mess. Sorry about that. All right. The second thing we're going to look at today is translating words into math and what that looks like from a solving equation standpoint. So, do you remember back when we did a number divided by 4? Well, now we're doing a number divided by 4 equals 3. What does that look like in math? A number. Pick a letter. Pick a variable. A number. It could be n, it could be x, it could be r, I don't care. N divided by, and you can write it like this, or you can write it like that. 4. N divided by 4 or n divided by 4. I don't care which way you write it. Equals 3. And now you have to solve it. I have a 4 divided by my n. I've got to multiply each side by 4 so that those go away, and I have n equals 12. Got me? The sum of 7 and a number is 13. The sum of, so I'm going to add things together, 7 and a number, x, I don't care what letter you use, is 13. So, now I've got a 7 added to my x, just like last section. I'm going to subtract 7 from both sides, and this is going to go away, and I have x equals 6. Okay? Okay. I'm going to jump into word problems, and then we're going to practice both at the end, okay? So, word problems. What do word problems look like when we're trying to write an equation with a variable multiplied by a number? On Friday nights, it costs $5 to bowl all night. If Carol and her friends spent $45, how many people were in the group? So, 45 is the total she spent. So it's going to say equals 45. It costs $5 per person. So that's $5 times however many people are in Carol's group. I have a 5 multiplied by my p. How do I get rid of that? I divide it by 5. And I divide this by 5, and I know that p equals 9. There were 9 people in Carol's group. Got it? Now you get to try it with this one. It costs $6 per ticket, so there's your multiply, for a large group to see a ball game. If Albert's group paid $162, this is your total, how many were in his group? So see if you can use this sample to set up this equation and solve. Hit pause, come back when you're done. So we're saying $6 per ticket equals 162 total. And I have to divide by 6 so that those go away. And t equals 20. There were 27 people in his group. Holy mackerel, Albert has a lot of friends. All right. Okay, we're going to go a little bit back to translating words into math now. The product of b and 5 is 220. So here we've got a multiplication problem. And I just put down my pen and I don't know why. The product of, so we're going to multiply these together. B and 5 are the two that we're going to multiply together. So we have b times 5, or we have 5b, that's fine too, is your equal sign, 220. And I'm going to divide each side by 5, and those are going to go away, and b equals, and I got to figure out 220, 5, 4, 20, 24, 44. Okay? 12 is the difference, this is a subtraction problem, between x and 7. These are the two numbers that are getting subtracted. Because 12 is, this is 12 equals. So we've got 12 is x minus 7. I have a 7 subtracted from my x. I have to do the opposite to both sides of the equation, so that goes away, and x equals 19. Here's 2 for you to try. The quotient, what does that word mean, of 72 and a number, these are the 7 times a number is 140. That one's straightforward. Go, push pause, come back when you're done. 72, quotient is the answer of a division problem. 7 times a number, 7 times a number or just 7n, either way, is 140. And divide each side by 7, and n equals 140 divided by 7, 20. Okay? Okay. This is empty. So here is your practice for the night. So you've got 2 divisions and 2 multiplications to solve and 1 word problem. So write these down and give yourself a little bit of room to solve them. I would give myself a space or 2 in between there. Okay? And remember to put a star on the stuff that you're good at and a hazard sign on the stuff that you have questions about, and write down any questions that you have so we can go over them tomorrow. Okay? Good luck. Thanks.